Asterisk, there's a fire that lives inside you. Maybe it's small right now, just a flicker. Maybe life buried it beneath disappointment, distraction, or doubt. But it's there, waiting. And when it ignites, everything changes. This isn't just about ambition or motivation. This is about a force deeper than logic, a current of energy that moves through your bones when you know you were meant for something more. Something bigger than fear, bigger than your circumstances, bigger than the excuses the world hands you. A burning desire doesn't whisper. It roars. It doesn't negotiate. It pulls you forward, even when your mind screams to turn back. You've felt it before, that glimpse. That second when time freezes and your heart knows the truth. This is who I am. This is what I want. And from that moment on, you can never unsee it. But to let that desire shape your life, to let it burn long enough to create something real, you need more than a fleeting spark. You need to feed it. You need to protect it. You need to choose it over and over again. And it starts with your mindset. Most people think their life happens to them. They wait for the right time, the right mood, the right sign. But a burning desire doesn't wait, it builds. It transforms obstacles into opportunities and resistance into fuel. It whispers, the world doesn't owe you clarity. You owe it to yourself to carve your path anyway. When your mindset shifts from reaction to creation, from passivity to power, you stop asking, what if I fail? And start declaring, what if I rise? And that shift unlocks something even deeper. Belief. Not belief in some distant dream. Belief in you. Because here's the truth most people never realize. Belief doesn't come after results. It comes before them. You won't always have proof. You won't always have support. But belief says, I'll show up anyway. It says, I'll be the one who doesn't quit. Because once you believe that who you are today is not the limit of who you can become, you stop living like your past is a prophecy. You start living like your future is a promise. And that belief creates clarity. Not clarity about every step. Not some perfect, flawless blueprint. But clarity in your direction. You don't need to know every turn before you begin. You just need to know where you're headed. Clarity doesn't mean no fear. It means fear doesn't own the wheel anymore. It means you can hear the voice in your head, the one telling you you're not ready, and still take the first step anyway. Because when you know your vision, you can withstand the storm. A burning desire fuels a vision so vivid, it haunts you. Not in a way that torments, but in a way that pulls. You can feel it before it arrives. You can see yourself there, standing in a life you haven't lived yet. And that vision becomes your compass. When distractions come, and they will. When doubt creeps in, and it will. When everything says give up, vision answers press on. And vision leads to purpose. Not the kind you find by accident, but the kind you decide on. Purpose doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. It's the meaning behind your movement. The why that keeps you breathing when everything else feels heavy. And with purpose comes discipline. The rigid, cold version of discipline people fear, but the kind rooted in devotion. Devotion to the future you. Devotion to the fire. Discipline is showing up when motivation doesn't. It's making the call when you'd rather scroll. It's choosing growth when comfort begs you to stay. And every act of discipline builds trust with yourself. Because if you can't trust your own word, nothing else matters. Desire without action is fantasy. But desire with action becomes transformation. And transformation is messy. It's hard. It breaks you open, but it also rebuilds you, because every day you act from that burning place within you, you evolve. Not overnight, but piece by piece. And eventually, you realize this isn't just about reaching some goal. It's about becoming the kind of person who won't be denied. To do that, you need more than hunger. You need gratitude. Not gratitude for ease, but for the struggle. Because the struggle refines you. Gratitude turns pain into power. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's possible. It grounds you in the moment, but still fuels your momentum. And when things don't go to plan, and they won't, you lean on adaptability. Fire within doesn't go out when the wind changes. It learns to bend, not break. You don't cling to how you thought it would go, you adjust, you pivot. You adapt. Because nothing is wasted when you're paying attention. Every setback is a setup for your next move. And through all of it, you build. Resilience, not the kind of resilience that can't be taught, only earned. Resilience doesn't mean you never fall. It means you always rise, even when you're tired, even when you're doubted, even when nothing around you says it's working. You rise because your desire burns hotter than your fear. And when others quit, you keep going, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Because this journey isn't just about you. It's about the example you become, the lives you touch, the legacy you leave. And through it all, you keep learning. You learn that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the process of it. You learn to let go of needing guarantees. You learn that everything is feedback. Every mistake, every missed chance, it's all teaching you how to sharpen your edge. And most of all, you learn to trust that fire within, because it's not just fuel, it's truth. And once it's lit, truly lit, there's no going back. So whatever it is you feel deep down, whatever vision keeps you up at night, whatever dream you buried to make others comfortable, go get it. Not tomorrow, not when it's convenient. Now. Let the fire rise. Let it move you. Let it turn silence into steps. Let it turn fear into fuel. Let it turn the life you settled for into the life you were born for. Because the power of a burning desire is that once it's alive, so are you. And when you're truly alive, really alive, everything changes. You no longer wake up with dread. You wake up with direction. You stop seeking permission. You move with conviction. You don't wait for someone to discover you. You discover yourself. And that's when you realize the burning desire wasn't just a feeling. It was a calling. It was life saying, this is the path. Walk it. No more halfway. No more hiding. No more shrinking to fit the story someone else wrote for you. Because when your desire is real, it won't let you stay small. You stop living from the outside in. You start living from the inside out. And that's where true power lives. Not in accolades. Not in applause. Not in validation from people who can't see your vision. But in alignment between your thoughts, your actions, your purpose. That alignment creates presence. Presence creates power. Power creates momentum. And momentum? That's how revolutions begin. You don't need a million people to believe in you. You need you to believe relentlessly. You need you to take that next hard step, to keep the promise when no one is watching, to remind yourself, I didn't come this far just to quit when it got uncomfortable, because that's when most people turn back. But not you. Not now. You've seen what it feels like to walk away from your truth, and you're done with that. You're done pretending to be okay with less. You're done making peace with mediocrity. You're done settling. From now on, your days are built on purpose, not routine. Your choices are aligned with becoming, not just surviving. You stop asking, am I ready? And start asking, am I willing to show up until I am? Because readiness is a lie. Nobody's ever fully ready. But the ones who win, they move anyway, they show up anyway. They become ready in the fire. And that fire, that burning desire, that's your edge. It's what separates you from the version of you that almost made it. The version that waited. The version that got tired and let the dream slip. That's not you anymore. Because now you understand, a burning desire is not a gift, it's a responsibility. It's not enough to feel it, you have to honor it. And honoring it means sacrifice. It means discomfort. It means walking alone sometimes. But it also means freedom. Freedom to live life on your terms. Freedom to shape your identity by design, not default. Freedom to look back one day and say, I gave everything to the thing that called me. I didn't run, I rose. So the question isn't, do you have a dream? The real question is, are you willing to burn for it? Are you willing to sweat, to struggle, to stretch beyond everything you thought you were? Because when the desire is real, you will. You'll climb, you'll fall. You'll rise again, stronger every time. And eventually, the world will catch up. The noise will fade. And there you'll be standing in the middle of the life you built with your bare hands. Heart pounding, eyes clear, fire still burning. Because this isn't just about achieving something. It's about becoming someone. Someone unshakable, someone undeniable. Someone who stopped waiting for destiny and started creating it. So if that fire is inside you, if even a single ember is still alive, don't smother it, feed it, fan it, run with it. Because once that desire is lit, it will change your world, and then it will change the world. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need the perfect timing. You just need the courage to begin. Let it burn. Let it drive you. Let it become you. Because that fire, that relentless, untamable, soul-born fire, is the power that changes everything. You said, continue ChatGPT said. And when it changes everything, you'll realize it was never about chasing some distant, shining goal. It was about uncovering who you were always meant to be. Not someone flawless, not someone lucky, but someone real. Someone who chose to stand in the storm and grow roots instead of running for shelter. Someone who took their pain and turned it into purpose. Someone who understood that fire doesn't just burn, it builds. And now nothing can shake you. Not failure, not fear. Not the opinions of people too afraid to chase their own fire. You're done proving yourself. You are the proof. Every scar, every setback, every silent night you kept going. They all became part of your foundation. And now, when you walk, you carry weight. Not the weight of the world, but the weight of knowing who you are. There's a gravity to that. A force people feel when you enter the room. A power that says, I've been through the fire. I'm still here. And I'm just getting started. Because that's what a burning desire really gives you. Not just the life you want, but the identity to live it. And once that identity takes root, everything changes. You stop being driven by pressure and start moving with purpose. You stop running from the past and start reaching for the future. You stop doubting the dream because now you've become the person who can carry it. So when it gets hard, and it will, don't ask for it to get easier. Ask for the strength to match the fire you lit. Ask for the patience to walk through the dark without dimming. Ask for the vision to see that every moment you push forward, you're becoming something unbreakable. And know this, you're not chasing greatness, you're claiming it. It's already inside you. It always was. But only fire can forge it. Only hunger can unlock it. Only relentless pursuit can reveal it. So let the world call it obsession. Let them call it too much. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Because they won't see what you see. They won't feel what you feel. But one day, they'll ask you how you did it. And you'll say, I stopped waiting. I stopped wishing. I lit the fire, and I never looked back. That's what it takes. Not magic, not perfection. Just a decision to burn so deeply for something that nothing, not fear, not failure, not time could stop you. And now you know, you remember, you feel it. That burning desire, it's not just a moment. It's not just a phase. It's the fuel. It's the path. It's the truth. So keep it alive. Tend to it. Fight for it. Become it. Because the ones who change the world are the ones who refuse to live without the fire. And if you're still breathing, you're not done yet. So rise, let the fire carry you. Let it transform you. Let it define you. Because this is your time, your turn, your awakening. The power of a burning desire, it doesn't just change your life. It becomes it. And once you've tasted that, you'll never go back, ever.